It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. You're listening to Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Thank you so much for waking up with me on this Monday morning. We've got nice warm temperatures to start. In fact, it's already nearly 70 degrees. We have had low temperatures only bottoming out in the upper 60s thanks to a mostly cloudy sky. Today, once again, it's going to be a hot one. I have high temperatures in the 90s, and much like the weekend forecast, there will be an isolated chance for some showers, a couple of thunderstorms later today. It's not going to be very widespread. Don't get your hopes up. This is not a drought busting rain that I have in the forecast. It's just an isolated chance for a few scattered showers later this afternoon. The vast majority of us are going to stay dry again and just hot in the Ozarks with a high temperature of 93. Highs will be well into the 90s again today. It was a scorcher of a weekend. I know if the pools were still open, it was busy. And we do continue to see this summer-like weather pattern stick with us for at least the first half of this week. This will lead to some isolated shower chances. South Springfield got a little shower on Saturday. We continue to see a small chance for some showers in the forecast today. I wouldn't hold your breath waiting for it. However, we've got temperatures that will likely be in the mid 90s. Small chance for a shower and thunderstorm. Mostly cloudy in the forecast as we head into this morning, and then partly sunny are the sky conditions as we head into the afternoon hours. A ridge of high pressure, it's been in place, and it begins to break down a bit by the time we get to midweek. Now, that is what's going to start showing some signs that our weather pattern may be changing. The breakdown of that big ridge of high pressure is going to open the door to additional chances for showers and thunderstorms. It also allows for the cooler weather to settle into the region. Rain and storm chances will increase in the forecast by Thursday. I really think Thursday is the best chance for some widespread rain in the Ozarks, but I have several chances when you look at the 7-day. They're just very isolated aside from Thursday's round. Cooler air, it also arrives with those rain chances. In fact, I think we're in the 90s today. We continue to see low 90s on Tuesday and even into Wednesday. I think they're possible. It's Thursday that we see a cooler air mass and some rain-cooled air allow for highs to only get into the lower 80s. I think we stay in the low 80s in this forecast as we head into later parts of the week, Thursday and Friday. And it looks like we're going to hold on to those low 80s in the forecast for Saturday as well. Now, low temperatures also get a whole lot better. It's warm out there already this morning. This is not the norm. We will see temperatures start to bottom out in the 50s and low 60s later this week. So the more normal weather pattern is coming. We just had kind of a week back in the summer season. That's for sure. That's what we had over the weekend. The headlines around the country include thunderstorm chances across much of the northern plains. While that's happening, we actually have a cool down happening for the friends over in the Pacific Northwest. We had some record highs there last week. Finally, a cooler weather pattern there. The mid-Atlantic is gearing up for another potentially strong storm system, bringing shower and thunderstorm chances. And then this mid-September heat wave that's been persistent for us here in the Midwest, it is going to continue for the Mississippi Valley as we head through the middle of the week. So that will likely be making some national news headlines as well. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question that I left you with last week was this: which factor most contributes to the rapid spread of wildfires? And the options were A, high humidity, B, strong winds, C, dense rainfall, or D, hot temperatures. Which factor most contributes to the rapid spread of wildfires? The answer is B. It is strong winds. They make wildfires worse by increasing their speed and intensity. They dry out the fuel and supply more oxygen for combustion. So they spread dangerous embers ahead of the main fire, creating spot fires that are very hard to contain. The winds also complicate firefighting efforts by grounding aircraft and making fires' movement more unpredictable. So, yeah, you never want to see a fire situation happening when it's happening in conjunction with incredibly high winds. We saw that, of course, just about 9 months ago, almost a year ago now, out in California. Wind was the big contributing factor. So if B was your answer, you are correct. All right, here's the trivia question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Which Which natural disaster is characterized by having a more long-term impact compared to most others, such as floods or earthquakes? Which one? Do you think it's A, a hurricane, B, a drought, C, a tornado, or D, a volcanic eruption? Which one is characterized by having a more long-term impact compared to most others? Which of those on the list? Of course, they're all incredibly impactable, but which one would be the long-term impact? Hurricane, drought, tornado, or volcanic eruption? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. I hope you have an enjoyable Monday. Beat the heat somehow. Won't be hot forever. We're going to stay in the low 90s through Wednesday before 80s join us again by Thursday. Grab the umbrella if you're heading out today. An isolated storm chance does exist in the forecast this afternoon. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow.